What to always pack for your cruise? Some of these things will surprise you. Besides everyday clothing and hygiene stuff, you should prepare for anything and everything when planning a cruise on the high seas. Remember that unlike standard vacations on land, a maritime excursion may not be the best place to find a store in case you forgot something. Watch this show to learn a few cruising tricks to figure out what to pack and how to pack it for your next cruise. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you're doing as marvelous as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about what to always pack for your cruise. All right, more and more Americans are embracing this type of travel, this type of excursion, this type of transportation. So it's important that most people know what to always pack. Now, number one, clothing. Now you got to decide which clothes to pack, right? This is very important. Now, the thing is that the cruise manager will give you all the freedom to choose how you cruise, and that includes the clothes you wear, right? So it can be, I'm talking that. And of course, a lot of cruise ships don't have a strict dress code because after all, you're on vacation, right? So the dress code is rather laid back, but you can wear casual, just about anywhere on the ship. So for women, you can have summer dresses, skirts, shorts, jeans, capri pants, right? For men, khakis, short t-shirts, jeans will work well in every situation. Now, just make sure that you're able to find out if there is any specific dress code, because if at all you want to dress accordingly. Now, one thing that a lot of cruises are very, I would say, adamant about is the restaurants or the events on board, right? So for instance, some cruise managers might forbid men to wear ball caps, sandals, or shorts, right? Because they are trying, when we're talking about upscale specialty restaurant or upscale specialty events, right? They're trying to maintain a certain image, so they would want the dress code to comply with that image. Number two, make sure you have the proper footwear, right? So if you want to live in your flip-flops for your entire cruise vacation, just have them with you. But remember that you might need any special footwear for shore excursions, right? So you might need to wear closed-toe shoes for certain activities, right? For instance, horseback riding or zip lining, right? So if you're hiking through forested areas, proper footwear protects your feet from potential snake bites and other obstacles, right? Because you'll be hiking predominantly in a tropical area, right? Now, remember also that some cruise ship activities, such as the ropes course, may require closed-toe shoes. All right. Now, the thing is that in some countries, specifically in Europe, a lot of countries from Italy to Spain to France feature gorgeous. I mean, I've seen them. They are gorgeous. They feature gorgeous cobblestone streets that pose a tripping hazard, right? So it's pretty common to stub your toes or on loose or uneven stones, right? So you want to plan for that. You want to get the proper footwear for that. Number three, weather appropriate gear. This is very important, folks. Again, you're going through a tropical area, so you got to dress accordingly, right? So you want to fill your bag with bathing suits, cover-ups, sandals, sunscreen, right? And if the forecast calls for rain, you want to have an umbrella ready. You want to have a light jacket in your carry-on bag just in case. You never know, right? Now, the thing is that if you cruise, say your cruise includes parts in Europe and Canada, temperature often vary from day to night and even from one day to the next. So it's critical, it's paramount to know what to expect and pack appropriately, right? Now, the thing here is that even if you have the Weather Channel app, if you're sure that the next few days it's not going to rain, it will be beautiful. No matter the forecast, always pack a light sweater to wear on the ship, right? Because and this is biological here, air conditioning often creates quite the chill in the dining rooms, theater, and other indoor spaces. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still talking about what to always pack for your cruise, and some of those things, as I said earlier, will surprise you. Now, if the content's quality and clarity amaze you or makes you happy, please consider subscribing to our channel. We love having new members. Turn on the notification button so that you are informed whenever we drop a new mail, right? A new show, that is. You want to like this content if you like, if you just adore what we're telling you, and you are a cruise lover or not, or planning the next cruise, share and comment below. All right. Now, themed clothing. Now, if many cruises have parties, and those parties may include an awesome theme, right? I'm talking about 80s events, 70s events, disco dancing, salsa dancing, right? So you want to make sure you are coming prepared. So as the DJ spins era appropriate tunes, you want to be in era appropriate clothing, right? So this is very important. Another thing you want to, if you want to dress up, you want to have those upscale parties, dress up accordingly, right? The idea here is to look at the agenda, the schedule for the next 2 weeks or the next 3 weeks while you are on the cruise, and identify what events you're interested in, and dress accordingly or pack accordingly. If you have a doubt, contact the cruise manager and they'll be able to clarify things for you. All right. Now, room staples, it's also very important. Now, the thing is that room staples are important. I'm talking here about everything from chargers. And chargers to shavers, right? To dryers. You might be surprised that not all rooms will have dryers, hair dryers, for instance, right? Or charges for all your electronic device, right? Now, the thing is that most rooms on cruises nowadays have one North American electrical outlet and one European outlet. But you want to bring along an outlet adapter to make use of both options. You never know. Another thing you want to do is pack a small surge protector that allows you to charge multiple items using the same outlet at the same time. All right, this is very important. One thing you also want to bring when it comes to staples is, you want to bring a health kit with basic first aid supplies. If you have, some over-the-counter medications that you typically use to ward off, motion sickness, colds, tummy troubles, and other issues, bring them on, right? Because depending on your situation, it might be difficult, it might be challenging to find your favorite products at sea or in port, right? When it comes to staples, other essentials you need to have, think about an alarm clock, for instance, or a portable night lights, a bedside fan, an air freshener, extra hangers, right? Again, the ship is large enough to accommodate you. So bring all the things that are essential in your life, so that when you are on board, you don't feel any kind of seasickness or any kind of detrimental situation, because you don't have your essentials with you, right? Another thing you want to do here is that if the company with which you book the cruise, if they have an app, download the app and find out everything from the ship, everything from the activities, or go to their website, right? So they'll give you a 360 view of the room, so you have a better idea of what you should bring, what essentials they have and what they don't have, so you can just cruise along superbly. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still continuing the conversation around what to always pack for your cruise, and we are very happy that you're still with us here. Now, let me give you a quick cruise packing list. I've spoken about essentials, I've spoken about theme clothing, I've spoken about regular clothing, proper footwear. Let me just kind of break it down and say, this is the ultimate list that you want to take a look at and check certain things off and keep certain things in. All right, casual clothing, summer dresses, skirts, capri pants for women, shorts, jeans, blouses, caps or hats, khakis, jeans, t-shirts, bathing suits, sunglasses, light sweater, and a white outfit. Right, white outfit is very important, especially if you are going to go out and it's very sunny, it's very hot. You don't want to wear a black outfit, right? Any dark color, very bad options. Okay, now footwear options. Flip-flops are always good, and closed-toe shoes. Now weather gear, you might want to bring a small umbrella, sunscreen and insect repellent, very important in tropical zones, light jackets, lined bag for wet items, room essentials, chargers, battery powered nightlight, travel adapter, health kit, extra hangers, air freshener, bedside fan, alarm clock. Very important. All right, folks, so we are about to wrap up today's show, and here is a recap of today's conversation. What to always pack for your cruise. So clothing, proper footwear, weather appropriate gear, themed clothes, room staples, and I just gave you the quick cruise packing list you always need to have. Now, the thing here is that let me give you a quick extra tips here, and this is a call to action. So next time you are actually planning your trip, your cruise, it's very important to think about a few things. Now, do the math on the drink packages, because drinks can be very expensive on a cruise. All right, and you want to pack everything you need for your first day in your carry-on. Now, if your budget does not allow you to book a larger room, be prepared for tight quarters. All right. Now, the specialty restaurants, and this is another tip from insiders we got while preparing for this show, the specialty restaurants are often worth it, so you might want to check them out. You also might want to opt for the late seating, right? And take all the excursions, and it's better if you book them through the cruise manager, the cruise companies. It's a lot better, right? Now, another thing you want to think about is that deck chairs are usually in high demand, so you might want to prepare it accordingly. And don't underestimate the power of a towel clip. Always have a towel clip with you. And as I said earlier, bring your own pharmacy, right? Your first aid kit, whatever medication over the counter that you take, whatever, bring them. And you want to prevent seasickness before it starts, right? Now, another thing you want to do is that book your spa package immediately. If you're fond of that kind of activity, you want to book it immediately, because if you're on a cruise with total capacity of say 2,000 people or 2,500 people, the spa can be very, very quickly overbooked. So you want to do this ASAP. Take advantage of the onboard seminars. This might be very interesting to you, especially if you're going to be there for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Who knows? Again, you want to take advantage of them if they're free. Sometimes they're not free, but they are heavily discounted, because what the presenters are trying to do is to get prospects, to get new potential clients. So they're willing to discount the price on board, hoping to recoup that loss, that quote unquote loss, at a later date when they do a full-on event with you as a participant. You also want to take advantage of the kid and teen programs. If you have children, it's very important because you can save a lot of money. That will save you a lot of money. Now, remember that you will need water shoes. I spoke about flip-flops, but you'll need water shoes. Think about the things that you will be wearing every single day. Now, this is a little weird to say, but you need to have as many underwear as needed, right? So if you're planning a 3-week cruise, you have to have as many underwear, unless you want to use the onboard laundry, which I would not suggest. It's better to bring as many underwear as needed. And another thing you want to do is that you want to pack accordingly for your excursion, which is what we discussed in this show. So this is just a list of extra tips that you have to think about for your next trip, so you have an enjoyable cruise. All right, I will speak to you another time, and until then, remember, stay marvelous.